right now we're about to go to the chiropractor, and I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and we're gonna see how I get adjusted. I started doing this about I guess 2 or 3 weeks ago, and when they did the x-rays, I guess they found that my very bottom of my lower back, I guess the bone before the tail, is just kind of been stiff, and there's been no movement there. So the goal here is to kind of loosen that up and have that bone kind of moving again, because it's also started to build bone on top of it because it's been so still. But when you go to chiropractor, I go about 3 times a week now, and they've been trying to kind of get it all loosened up, and I really hope that helps my hip. So that's kind of the plan, and yeah, I'll take you guys along. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, come on, we gotta keep this moving here.
Hold on. You gotta keep going, cause you're gonna be waiting infinity for an apology. I know I was pressured before anybody decided to finally acknowledge it. Just got out the phone with a label who like what I'm doing, they talking about signing me. I told them come back when
So I got my Ghost on our way to the gym now, and we're gonna go for a 275-pound bench PR, which I think will be good. It's the drop sets that I really want to work on, see where we go from those. Hopefully I can get 265 for a couple sets of 2s. If we're not feeling too fatigued, if we are, we'll drop down to 245 and kind of do maybe 3 sets of 4 reps. Yep. We're about to go see. I haven't had caffeine in 2 days, so trying to let that really kind of sink in. So I had a coffee. Now I'm drinking this Ghost. I had a everything bagel with sausage, egg, and cheese, and then I had one of those Nestle, whatever it's called, chocolate milk, which had 14 grams of protein. So it's kind of like a good breakfast start. Now I kind of just want to continue with that down the road after the gym, so I gotta get a good meal in. But I'm feeling pretty good. Like I said, fingers crossed everything plays out to how I want it to play out, and we'll see. Hopefully it all plays to my favor. So after hitting that 275, I dropped down to 265, and that was still pretty heavy. So after that, I dropped down to 250, and that's kind of where I decided, this was a good place to stay at for kind of a couple sets. And here I did, what was it, 2? Yeah, 2. This was my third one. I was trying to do 250. And then here I did 250 for 2 by myself. I knew I had a little bit left in the tank for this before I dropped down to 245. And yeah, my glutes were still flying, but it's feeling the weight out on your chest that kind of helps you progress. So here I was already so fatigued that I just did 245 just for 2. Usually I do it for 4, but I also usually kind of go up to just 265 and then drop down to 245. And then here I'm doing 225 for 5. I did this for 2 sets, and this felt kind of pretty good, after doing those heavier sets. Typically I'd want to do more sets of this, or at least try to rep out more, but I still pretty much did kind of what I wanted to do, and I was happy with the kind of progress I made in this. And after this, I pretty much dropped down to, it was 205 and then 185. But all in all, it was still pretty good bench session here. Flat bench, I jumped into behind the head tricep extension, I guess, kind of with the dumbbell is what it's called. And I started out with the 90s, and I just kind of felt it out, see how that felt, and it didn't feel too bad. So I do this for like 12, I think I did it for like 12, but then I decided, you know what, let's go up to 110. So this is 110, and this felt very wonderful. It definitely felt kind of tension in the triceps. And I really tried to kind of push as much as I could until failure here. I think I did this for 8. And that last one, I really kind of felt it out. And, right when you're about to drop it, it's kind of when I know and kind of toss it over my shoulder. But it still felt pretty good. I'm trying to grow my little triceps. I feel like my triceps are the smallest part of my arm. Here we did 105, and 105 was moving pretty good. It was a good drop set to this. Trying to really still keep it heavy, keep that tension, and try to push through it. I try to kind of stay at the heavier weight for this and really try to use my triceps to fatigue them on this. Then I think I finished, this was the last one, was 100 pounds. I did this, I think, for 10. It still felt pretty good. Happy to stick around that 90 to 110 range. Definitely try to go up next time. After that, I jumped into incline bench. Tried to see what I could do here. Sometimes I'm really fatigued when I do incline. But this is 135, and I always like to keep my legs kind of up for this to start out. Try to really feel that 135, kind of see if I want to jump to 185 or go higher than that. And I wasn't feeling too fatigued this time. So I did decide to jump up to 210, and that didn't feel as heavy as I thought it would. I not only did it for like 2, 3, or 4, whatever, but I feel like could have gone for a little bit higher on this at that period in time because I wasn't so fatigued. That's when I had somebody spot me for the next set because I did 210 again. I kind of wanted to see what I could rep it out for, and I want him to help me, fail the last set, but him help me kind of push that up because I really want to use as much as I can of my chest until failure. And then there we go, and he helped me up there, and it always feels good. And then here I dropped down to 185. Yep, I'm kind of finishing up with that incline bench. So this felt pretty good too. I was really happy with the flat and incline bench. Definitely kind of did the work I wanted to do. I want to progress though for sure. I should try to get this up to 225. After this, we did another tricep workout. And here, I think I started out with the 50s. I did, 50, then 70s, then 80 pound. And then I dropped set back down to, 50 or 55. So I did 4 sets and kind of did 20 or something on the first one. I tried to do 20, 15, 12, and 10 with these. Don't know if that's exactly what I did here, but that's kind of my goal. try to do more reps on these to try to grow my triceps more and try to put strain on them more so they can, feel that weight. After that, I jumped into overhead press, and I did 135 for 2 sets of 5, and then the third set I only did it for like 3, and that's when I jumped down to just putting 225s on each side, and then just kind of did it for as many as I could. And I'm really trying to work on bringing my shoulders, because I used to be able to do 185 for overhead shoulder press, but kind of hurt my shoulder, and then that all went down. So trying to bring that back up. And yeah, so I throw little shoulders into my chest and tricep days. Then I jumped into another tricep pull down with underhand, and kind of same concept as the other ones. I'm trying to do like 20, 15, 12, 10, and I try to get as many as I can, squeeze, and try to make sure my elbows stay positioned, kind of behind my back and not rocking those elbows back and forth. So that's kind of what I did for most of my sets here, and just try to really feel my tricep pulling that weight down. And yeah, this is one of my favorite tricep workouts. Jumping into a little bit of a dumbbell incline, and I'm already feeling a little fatigue here, flat bench and then incline bench. Kind of for my dumbbell flat and incline bench has me a little fatigued, but we still try to stay kind of mid heavyweight and try to at least get in, more than 6 reps if I can. With the 95s on flat, I only got like 3, but still good to feel out the weight, I think, too. You're never trying to really, 1 rep PR on those, but, still kind of try to get a feel for that heavy weight. So here, what is this? Is this 70s, I think, or 80s? I don't know. But still really trying to contract, feel my chest press, push up on it. Kind of really feel that weight, and yeah, just really try to get my chest to grow, especially my upper chest too. So I kind of like do, like I said, both 2 at least incline and 2 flat chest exercises. And here we're doing another bit of shoulders, and with these I kind of also just try to do as many reps as possible. I also try to make sure that I'm not activating my traps as much. Just kind of always try to look and feel my outer shoulder and try to really get that to be the movement that's raising with the elbows, right? Even if I have to bring my elbows a little bit farther back when I'm pulling these dumbbell flies up. Really trying to get them fatigued and tired here. and try getting them to grow. But like I said, the main thing is really not trying to activate your traps, and that's what I try to cut out and really focus on my shoulders, really doing the pulling. And sometimes in the middle of these reps, I have to kind of switch it up to where I am feeling it more of my shoulders, and the mirror definitely helps. So after that, this is another kind of different tricep exercise that I jumped into, and it's kind of more closer to my body, and we're kind of also using that back head of the tricep and the side of the tricep. And yeah, this is pretty good pulling here. But I also like this because it's a one pulley system versus the two pulley system, which is, so you can see the guy to the right of you pull in there. The two pulley system kind of makes the weight dispute it differently, so it's kind of like lighter. So it might say, oh, hey, this is 30 pounds, but really it's split up between two different pulleys. But anyways, this is a really good tricep exercise, and it definitely gets me pumped. I would say, I think it's kind of like the V-bar, but, you know, my fingers are a lot in there, kind of like smaller, that little metal bar. And I think that's more activation, or at least I feel it that way, versus a V-bar. It's a little bit wider, but here I'm really bringing my hands close together to push it down. It's just like something different. I don't know, I definitely like the feeling of it though. Now, finally, for the last chest exercise is a flat dumbbell bench. And what does that start out with? The 60s, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. So 60s I kind of started out with. Good feel for it. By the way, that guy in the back of me one time, he got mad at me because I was whistling. And he like came and stopped me in the middle of my workout. And he was like, hey, can you stop whistling? This is distracting me. But I don't know. It was just a funny story. But anyways, moved up to the 70s. Now we're moving up to the 95s. And like I said, yeah, still fatigued and tired, but trying to push. Almost lost my, what was that, my right arm. But finally got it moving a little bit there. And I was only able to get 3. But it was still a good feel for it. I remember when I can only do the 90s for 3, you know. So always progressing. Then I'm finally finishing up with these shoulder press and the dumbbell shoulder press. So kind of, like I said, not really heavy weight here that I went up to. I think I only went up to like 60, but just really trying to fatigue my shoulders, push what I can, get all that 5% energy that I have left out. So, and that pretty much, I think, wraps up the video. And yeah, it was still a good workout. Happy with what we did. Nothing better than a 3-hour gym workout, but that's what you got to do. And then I rest for 2 days, and then it's back and by. But for right now, that's it. So I hit 275 for a PR. It's my all-time bench PR. But, you know, my glutes did come off. You know, it is what it is. But my glutes came off when, for the first time, I hit 205, right? Now I can do 205 with my legs up. So the whole thing is, right, to try to get better. And maybe when I'm doing 315, you know, 275 will come easier, if that makes sense. So always trying to progress and then kind of correct things as well. So gonna keep trying to do that. I don't know. We'll try, see what 285 feels like. Try to build strength. Try to get a feel for that, keep going up, try to make sure I get my food in, sleep. Same thing as the last video I said. But overall, really happy with this workout. It was pretty good, did what I did. I had a PR on a couple things, like I've never really lately done 210 on incline for 3 and then for 4. So that was pretty good. And also, I've never really done 110 pounds for behind the head tricep. That was like a huge PR. Like, I might try to even go up higher than that. And I know people are going to critique me bringing your elbows closer, but bringing them closer, I don't really feel it as some people do. You know, everyone's different. I feel better activation on my triceps and burning them out kind of more outwards and still using that bottom head tricep. To each his own. I don't know. That's what I like. That's what it is. Overall, like I said, good workout. Now I'm about to go home. About to take the family. Go have a nice family dinner. Don't know where we're going yet, but gotta stack up on that protein. Can't even talk. So I'm fatigued and tired. But enough rambling. Till the next video. Peace. All them days. Baked potato?